That's probably gonna be the last time, I swear, because the YouTube algorithm messes with me. But but yo, Jordan, what's up, man? How you doing?
Doing good, man. Same old stuff. Same old stuff. Just taking it easy, grinding, bro.
Yo, so I'll say this, bro. When I told people I was gonna have you on, people thought I was lying. They were like, "What?" And they didn't know. I mean, because I don't really talk about it too much, but me and Jordan are childhood friends, guys. We known each other for a very long time, and we grew up together in New Britain, Connecticut, and we were just gonna, chop it up. We chopped it up a couple days ago and caught up, and we're just gonna talk about Jordan's life because I know a lot of people might not know the whole history because he's been through a lot to make it from humble beginnings all the way to the NFL and become a star that he is now. So, Jordan, man, can you just introduce yourself to the audience real quick for anybody that's been living under a rock the past couple of years? It was instrumental in his development, to rise up. So, Jordan, can you tell the audience a little bit about high school, how you dominated high school, and then you went on to college at the Gators and everything like that? I was just telling them about your brother, how he motivated us to become better. So we'll go right into you in high school.
Yeah. So I didn't start off playing football. As a youth, I was mainly just playing street ball with you and Evans and John and them.
Shout out to Evans
Never
and John
really
St. Just.
were Jesse, Eric, all them cats.
Yep.
But yeah, we ain't. I didn't play. I didn't play on any teams. My mom, she was working a lot, so she couldn't get me to any practices and stuff like that. So really, it was just us cats playing 21 every day from sun up to sundown.
Yep.
Um, that's how I got my skill set with basketball and stuff like that. And I used to play. If you remember, I used to play baseball
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
pretty.
tell the audience that they don't know that, but you're a star baseball player too. That was actually his first love, guys, was baseball.
Yeah, yep, yep. I used to play in the backyard, throw the ball against the wall, and then we used to ride the bike to the park and shit like
Yeah,
that.
you actually
Um,
taught me how to throw a baseball and catch and all that, bro. I didn't like that sport at first. I was like, yo, this
yeah,
sucks. And then Jordan actually
yeah,
taught me how to throw a baseball, how to use a catcher's mitt, all that stuff. So
yep, yep. So then, my the high school coach is one of the one I was blessed to play for, Jack Cocker. He's the best. He's the best high school coach in probably the state of Connect in state history. Won
yeah.
probably like 16 state championships or something like that between three or four high schools. Um, and he was coaching at New Britain High at the time. I was in middle school going to Pulaski,
Mm-hmm.
and he was the gym teacher there.
Yep.
And
I remember.
so I was in gym class one day, and he had us playing soccer in gym, and I was the goalie, and one of the kids kicked the ball to the net. I caught it, and I threw the ball to the other net, and he stopped the game. And my brother told me because my brother told me he was a nasty dude because he was in high school already, and he was his coach already. So he used to come home telling me stories about how mean he was and shit. So I was kind of scared when he came to me. And he was like, "Man, you play football?" I was like, "Nah, I never played football before." And he was like, "Oh, okay." He was like, "You got any brothers and sisters at the high school?" I was like, "My brother, he plays there. He knew my brother. He knew he was a good athlete and stuff." So he was like, "Oh, okay." Well, he was
I was
like,
telling the audience your brother was a star wide receiver at New Britain High School.
yeah,
Star.
yeah, he's a
Yeah.
star. Yep. They already won three back-to-back, three state championships in a row. So
Yep.
they were doing their thing. Pretty much asked me if I wanted to play quarterback, and I was like, "Yeah, I want to play quarterback." And he was like, "All right, well, if you want to play quarterback, you can't play gym with everybody else anymore. You got to practice. You got to practice quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most important position on the field." And I was like, "All right, cool." So every day in gym class, ever since then, sixth grade on, I was practicing quarterback in gym, and I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't I wasn't doing what the other kids were doing anymore,
Mm-hmm.
and just developing my skills. And then right when I was about to go to ninth grade, go to high school, he got fired from the Britain for whatever reason, and was going to New London High School. So he came to my mom and
Mm-hmm.
asked her if me and my brother could go to New London High School
Mm-hmm.
with him and play with him over there.
Mm-hmm.
And if she allowed us, then he would give us a greater chance to you know make it to college and elsewhere. So I my mom
Mhm.
trusted him, and she already seen he was developing me from sixth grade, so she trusted him. I went on to New London High School and
I
ended up
remember when
taking
you
a start.
moved.
Yeah,
Because for
ended
the
up
guys that
taking
don't
this.
know Connecticut, New Britain is in the center. New London is far east coast. So it's basically like right there on the water. But sorry, go ahead. I just want to give
Yep,
them the
yep,
geographical.
yeah. So ended up moving down to New London. Just me and my brother were staying in this little three-family home,
Hmm.
and I was a freshman. He was a senior. I ended
Hmm.
up taking a starting job as a freshman, and me and
I remember that.
I threw the ball to my brother every single play. We ended up going to the state championship. We ended up losing because my brother he couldn't play it. He got in some trouble and got removed from the game. So we ended up losing because he was our best player.
Hmm.
But that year I had probably 30 touchdown passes, only a few interceptions, something like that. And
Yeah,
I went on
a
from
lot of
there.
people don't know that you were a star quarterback first
Yeah,
before you became a tight end. So
yep, yep.
that was kind of what you were. That's why you were so good at baseball. I mean, what when you were playing baseball back in the day, you were throwing what like 80 mile per hour fastballs, like
Yeah, I
back
was
then when we were kids, if I recall
yeah,
correctly.
yeah. I was getting it up pretty fast. By the
Yeah,
time I got to high school, I got clocked around 90 miles per hour.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
man.
so
So okay, so let's talk about and for those that don't know, guys, Coach Cochran is a legendary coach in Connecticut. There's no doubt that's undisputed. You know what I'm saying? I don't think any coach has a more winning record than Jay Cochran. So he was instrumental in getting you obviously down to Florida, the Gators. So can you tell us a little
definitely.
bit about what it was like to be there as a Division I athlete, the difference between you and maybe like a regular college student? I'm sure people would love to see what it's like to be a rock star on college campus like that.
Yeah, bro, it's definitely different than a regular student. I remember I used to kind of envy him a little bit. I used to see him on my way to practice out on the lawn chilling with their homies on the frat lawn or whatever, partying or whatever. I'm constantly working. Football is like a full-time job. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like school and football, and that's all you got. You don't have time for anything else.
Hmm.
That was basically my life. I didn't really get involved in, partying much and stuff like that. Probably only went out a couple times.
Yeah.
Um, so
And
I
people
was I was
don't.
just focused. Yeah,
And the thing is that like, I know you. I remember this because you called me. I remember you said, "Yo, you rowing boats and shit, making fun of me." And when I was at college, guys, I was a Division I athlete too. And yo, the reality is, guys, when you play sport, when you play Division I sport, man, you really have like no free time, man. And for me, I had no free time. I could only imagine a top tier football program. Like basically, they're training like pros, guys. That's the reality. You know what I'm saying? Like they have these hours that you can only like amount of hours you can train per week. Like they say, I think it's 20 hours or something like that. But you always end up going over that because of like supplemental workouts, everything else. So it's tough, man. I barely like partied at all. I party more now in Miami than I did when I was in college. So it's like and I'm sure it's probably this. Well, not for you now because you're a professional athlete, but obviously that's what it's like. So what was it like walking around campus and stuff, going to class like as obviously like a top tier because you were a star in Florida as well.
it was cool, man. Shit, I was just humble, man. I was just with a focused mindset on being the best player I can be and getting to the next level. I never really thought of myself as a superstar or anything like that. I just was a regular dude, just trying to get better every day and reach my goal. Um, yeah, that was pretty much my life, man. I went to practice, went to class. My tutor Meg helped me out a bunch, and was able to pass and play ball. That's it.
Nice, man. So what was the atmosphere like? Obviously, you guys have a crazy rivalry with a couple of other Florida teams that I might not want to say, you know, the FSU and all that other stuff, but Seminoles, all that. But like, what was the rivalry like?
It was huge, man. Every game in the SEC is like a rivalry. Um, it's a different rivalry, different fight song and things like that playing throughout the week that we hate.
Yeah,
Putting stickers in the toilet seat of the other team's logo, pissing on their logo and stuff like that.
yeah, yeah.
Just it's a rivalry every week, man. Every week is a um, you know it's it's a chance for the national championship or not. If you lose, you're pretty much out. So, every week is a big
And I
time
want to
game.
say this too, because like what I noticed from, and I'm sure you noticed this too. Like obviously, me and you are from New England, right? Connecticut, Northeast in general. Like in the South, they take football very seriously down here. Like it's not like the college culture. Like there's not really that many good Division I football teams up north, but down south, it's like a way of life. Like people like literally buy season tickets. They base their life around college football, man. So it's a serious thing. So like when Jordan's telling you guys this stuff about like the rivalries and all other stuff, like people take this shit very seriously, man. So,
Yes,
um,
the college teams are more popping than the NFL teams
yeah,
down
that's
here in the
true. The
South.
more
Yeah,
more diehard fans for sure. So,
big time.
what was the hardest thing balancing as a student, being a Division I athlete? Obviously for a top tier team, as a star. What were the toughest things to balance?
School, definitely, University of Florida is a top academic school as
It
well.
is.
So, just being able to pass those classes and still have to learn the playbook and I was playing multiple positions. I was playing quarterback and tight end at the same time, certain years. So I had to learn a lot. So, I owe a lot to my tutors helping me out big time during that time.
Yeah. Because you had to
Yeah,
master two positions basically on the field.
yeah.
So, all right, cool, man. So let's obviously you had a great career at with the Gators, and then you moved on to now the NFL. So what was the when you made that jump, what was the biggest difference going from high school to college and to the NFL to the pros?
Just having the biggest difference that I noticed was just having all my time geared towards football, and that's it. You know,
Yeah.
college and high school, I had academics and other things. When I got to the NFL, it was strictly football, and that allowed me to really just hone in and get the necessary rest mentally and physically I needed. A lot more time on my hands to, recover and things like that. And it was a lot more responsibility, on yourself. Everything wasn't as structured as college. Everything's structured in college. You got class, you got practice, you got meal, and then you got to go home. And NFL is you're on your own. You're done with work around 3:30, 4 o'clock, and it's up to you to do the right things during the nighttime to be ready for the next day of work.
So
So
let's go
just a lot more responsibility.
let's unpack that real quick because a lot of people don't really know what it's like to be a professional athlete at the highest level. You know what I mean? You're not some scrub in the NFL. You're a top tier player. So what was it? Can you give us like a day in the life of you when you were like when you were training in season?
Yeah. A typical day is wake up around 7 a.m. Get to work. We got meetings early in the morning. Watching film, getting ready for practice, and installing new plays for the week, learning that stuff, and then probably take a nap right before lunchtime, eat lunch at the facility, and then go out, get ready for practice, do my normal routine there, practice, go back into the facility, watch the practice with the coach and the position group.
Hmm.
After that, I will go back and watch film again by myself to see what I can do better with myself,
Hmm.
and then hit another routine where I will go into the training room. We have float pods and stuff like that. I'll go into the float pod every day for an hour after
And for the
practice.
people that don't know what a float pod is, what is that?
It's a pod where you go inside of it. It has salt water on the bottom, and you float inside of it, and it takes you into a really relaxed state, so your body can recover and heal after work. Um, Usually take naps in there for about an hour. Get out of
Mm.
there, go into the cold tub, recover there, get a stretch. Get home around 5:36, and then I'll have my personal trainer Dan come over. He would come over around 7:30. I would get home, see my kids, hang out for a little bit with them, eat, and then go down to the basement. Dan would come over. He was a dry needling specialist and a functional movement specialist. He would dry needle me on parts of my body that were tight,
And a dry needle,
whether
can you describe that for the audience real quick, like what that is exactly?
it's kind of like acupuncture, but just a lot more intense and a lot
Mm.
more invasive. The needle goes further in, and you want to use it towards muscles that are tight and
Mm-hmm.
aren't firing, things like that. Loosen the muscle up really quick. It's
Mm-hmm.
painful, but it's definitely productive. So we'll do dry needling, and then after that, we'll do a little workout for about an hour. So I'll work with him about 2 hours
Mm-hmm.
at the house, and then I'll probably be done around 9:30. My kids will be tired. I'll go put them to bed, read them a story, and then be done around you know 10 o'clock. With time to myself, and I'll do whatever it is I feel like doing, just relaxing, reading, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that was my day though.
Yeah.
It's not much time for
So,
nothing.
guys, he just took you through an NFL day right there from 7 a.m. to about 10 p.m. is 100% focused on training. So to me, it sounded like you do two different recovery sessions between the flow pod and then the needles, and then you train twice per day. It looked like
Yeah, so
from
we also got a lift in there throughout the week.
okay. So you lifted as well. Okay.
So so we would lift practice. I would do another workout at the house. It was mainly like a rehab kind of deal, just attacking. I had a big time surgery on both my toes, so that's when it was very important to see Dan every day at home, because I had to really rebuild my foot and ankle strength, and I had to recalibrate my body to function correctly after having bone removed from both my toes. So
And
it
people
was
don't know
necessary
this.
for me.
Your ankles were kind of weak from us playing basketball so much back in the day. I remember
Yeah,
me and you both used to sprain our ankles so much just from just playing ball so much. You know what I'm saying? Because you know,
playing on the blacktop all day,
yeah,
on the
playing on the
hard tops.
blacktop all day. Yeah. Like people don't know. Like you play basketball on a high top, like your ankles are gonna take a beating, and then you were able to make it to the NFL and still had the a few of those nagging injuries we got as children. So that's a crazy day, man. So can you describe to us how a game day goes in the NFL for you?
Yeah.
People are probably intrigued to
Um,
see how that goes, how you set yourself up, get hyped up, whatever it may be for a Monday or Sunday night football.
yeah. So Saturday we go into we have to report to the hotel at a certain time. Um, we we all have to be in there, I think 6:30 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Watch some film, go over a few more, small details with the team, and then after that, go to your room. I used to write down, a letter kind of to myself stating my goals for the game, and just, thanking God and things like that. And then I'll say a prayer, go to sleep, try to be in a peaceful, relaxed state when I go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up in the morning, um, again, peaceful, relaxed, not stressing, not worried, trying to have a clear mind. Um, spiritual time for me, where I'm just, feeling like I'm in God's presence and things like that.
Mm.
And then I'll carry that on until about, say we got a 1 o'clock game.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up around, 9, carry that around until probably like 11. And then around 12, I start, getting into a different zone where I start visualizing myself making certain plays that
Okay.
we installed, and visualizing myself doing the game plan that we just installed correctly and things like that, making the catch, making the right plays, um, and then listening to a different type of music that gets me more amped up,
Mm-hmm.
closer to the game, getting amped, and then
But what does
go.
Jordan Reid listen to before a game? I know people are going to want to know that.
I listen to all type of stuff, bro. I listen to D Block, Styles P, Jada Kiss, Jay Z, um,
Not much has changed.
Rick Ross. Nah, same stuff,
Insane stuff
same
from back
stuff.
then.
Yup. And then right before the game, right before I go out, I'll have some headphones on, and I'll be listening to something a little bit more calming, more like piano music, something like that. My
Okay.
favorite song is, yeah, Clear the Room. That settles me down, gets me in the zone, and then I try to always be in that flow state when I get to the field, and that usually helps me get to that zone, and that's pretty much my routine.
That's your routine. And then after the game, what do you do? Like, do you like immediately go into an ice bath? Do you sign
After the game,
autographs? Like, do you you go home and say
yeah,
I'm done? Like,
yeah. After the game, man, especially if it was a good game, I'll go home. I want to watch the plays that went well. I'll watch them nonstop over and over and over again. I watch the film over and over and over again. I kind of get a little obsessive. And then I can't really sleep because all the adrenaline that was used and stuff like that. So I'm up all night, I'm eating, chilling, and I'm just laying back, man, just relaxing with the family, taking it off, not really thinking about much, man.
yeah, all right. So I'll segue to this. How have you been impacted by? I'm just going to call it the beer bug because the YouTube algorithm doesn't like if we use that other word. How's this beer bug affected you, the league, stuff like that?
Yeah, it's definitely affecting us all. We'll see what happens with the NFL. Hopefully, we have a season and hopefully we're able to play. But for me, in particular, as a free agent, it's been tough, getting the facilities and showing that I'm healthy and stuff like that, having workouts because everything's locked down right now. So
Yeah,
haven't been able to do that much.
especially in
So I just,
Florida.
yeah, anywhere really.
Yeah.
Every facility is not open right now. So I just got to control what I can control and control my mental. And that's just, grinding every day and being prepared for, whatever team gives me an opportunity. And, just working every day.
Yeah, and I just want to emphasize that a little bit because obviously we were supposed to start at 4 o'clock today, guys, and I apologize that we're a little bit late. But what you guys don't know is that Jordan was working out like literally like just until like 5:30. You know what I'm saying? So like obviously, there's a reason he's where he's at. You know what I'm saying? Because he's always had that relentless pursuit to become better, to train, despite the fact that he's a free agent. He's working really hard. So we walk it like we talk it out here. So I'll say this, bro. Can you describe to us, because you've been with one team pretty much? Can you describe, how the free agent lifestyle is treating you? The differences between that and being on an active roster. Whatever you want to share.
Yeah, it's definitely different. I've been with the Redskins for the last 7 years. Never
Yeah,
was a free agent, so it's definitely different. Not knowing what team I'm gonna be on, not knowing the offense, not knowing who I'm gonna be practicing against, stuff like that is a different feeling. But it's motivating me a lot and to reach my full potential and really help an organization win and just be myself on the field. So it's definitely motivating me to reach my full potential.
awesome. So like, what's your training? What's your day in the life like right now? Like obviously you had a pretty intense training session today. What would your average day be like now with the free agency? Has that changed from what you were normally doing? Are you doing other drills? Are you preparing for maybe another position to play? Uh, how's it
So
changed?
right now, yeah. So I, this year off allowed me to reflect and see what it is that I need to improve on to to be the best that I can be. And I realized that a lot of the problem for me was my mental, my mind, controlling my thoughts and things like that, and controlling myself to have the best discipline that I could have and things
Yeah.
like that, and just maximize the day. So this whole off season has been really good for me.
Mm.
I had a mental coach come out and work with me on my mind, um, and then so a normal day would be wake up in the morning,
Hmm.
meditate,
Okay.
um, then go train with Bomarito Performance, um, probably until like 3 o'clock. Come home, eat some lunch. Um, my mental coach will come over. We'll meditate together again, and then we'll do another session, like a rehab massage session, like something like that. And
Deep
then I'll
deep
have
tissue,
them,
deep tissue
yeah,
massage, or yeah. That, and
yeah,
for the guys
yeah,
that don't know, deep tissue is very painful, man. Very painful.
yeah. And then I'll have another physical therapist come over around 7 o'clock at night.
Hmm.
We'll do another workout, rehab kind of workout, core strengthening, foot strengthening, stuff like that. And then me and the mental coach will watch film, study of other athletes, other times of success, stuff like that I'm working on there. And I'll probably finish my day around like 10 o'clock. So, I'm pretty much all day I'm working on.
Yeah, not much has changed.
Nah, I'm working on my
Yeah,
purpose, man. That's what I
yeah,
like
still
to do.
working.
I like to stay on my purpose. So I like to stay focused. When I'm off of it, I feel like I'm not doing the right thing. So I like to stay on my purpose and continue to always get better.
Yeah, and I just want to touch on that real quick, man, because obviously you're performing at the highest level, and I always say at the highest level, each fighting for that 0.5%, that 1% to be better. That's what it takes when you're playing at that level, and the fact that you have a coach that's like helping you get your mind state right, that comes in and you're training with him multiple times per day, speaks volumes as to how important mindset is in general for success. And I always tell guys like, this goes obviously, on my channel, guys, I talk about fitness, I talk about getting girls, all this other stuff. But the reality is it starts here, man. And the thing is that I've noticed about with like, all my friends that are successful, like Jordan, my coach, Brandon Carter, Rich Cooper, Modern Life Dating, all these guys, it's all mindset, man. If you truly believe you can achieve, and I don't want to sound cheesy, but Jordan's out here. We didn't script any of this, and he's telling you guys that he has a coach literally that he gets with that helps him focus and achieve the goal. And that's what it takes. Yeah. You got to begin with my old rowing coach, shout out to Brogan Graham. He always used to say, begin with the end in mind. And I thought it was really profound when Jordan was saying an hour before the game, he's visualizing what he's going to do on the gridiron. You know what I'm saying? And that when you truly like visualize it, that's awesome. So Jordan, besides the football stuff, can you tell the audience a little bit about yourself, things maybe they might not know about hobbies or any cool things that you do that that maybe might not concern the NFL?
Yeah, my main hobby is firearms, man. I love guns, man. I love guns. I love shooting, hitting target practice, stuff like that. I think it came from when I was a kid, throwing the ball against the wall and playing quarterback hit, being accurate. Now I use, I'm in the long range shooting, stuff like that. So hitting that target is kind of addicting for me, man. I love shooting. I love customizing the weapon, stuff like that. So that's my biggest hobby.
What are your favorite guns to shoot?
I got a Sacco TRG M10.
Okay.
308 that I love to shoot. I got a couple 300 blackouts that I love to shoot, silent, suppressed. I got a Glock 19 with a compensator on it.
I'm a Glock guy too. I got a couple Glocks.
It doesn't move when I shoot it, so I love how that feels. So.
Yep. 9mm or 40?
Yeah, 9.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's what I'm into, man.
Okay. So you shoot. Anything else? Any other hobbies? Obviously, your father. You spoke about your children earlier. Some people might not know that. Obviously, a very humble guy. Any other hobbies that you? What do you? What's your diet like, Jordan? What is a NFL player like yourself? How many calories? Because obviously, there's a fitness channel too. How often you eating? How many calories you taking in? What kind of food you eating? I think they'd like to know that as well.
So I eat about 3 times a day. I probably should eat a little bit more, but I drink a lot of water. I eat oatmeal every morning with some vegetables on top, like a vegetable smoothie on top. And then I'll eat, a salad with, chicken. Afterwards, I'll eat, quinoa, stuff like that. I got a blood test done on what gives my body inflammation and stuff like that. So
okay,
I stay away from. I got to stay away from red meat personally because it gives me inflammation. Cheese, gluten, sugar. I stay away from all that stuff.
Okay.
And I try to eat a lot of fish. Try to stay away from fried food. Stuff like that.
Yeah, and I just want to
clean, but I train heavy, so. And I train a lot, so I gotta replace it,
Of course.
I pretty much eat pretty clean.
Yeah, and I want to just unpack that real quick for the audience because a lot of people ask me about nutrition and how should I eat and everything like that. At the end of the day, guys, if you're driving a Mercedes, you can put regular gas in it and it'll still operate. But is it going to give you optimum performance? No. You got to put the premium in there. You got to put the 93. So the thing is that, or is it 91? I don't know. Well, either way, the point, I think it's 93. But the point is, guys, your camera went out, Jordan. The point is, you're good now. The point is, guys, is that obviously you guys could see. I just want you guys to observe like how much mental preparation Jordan invests in, and then how much he's investing in his nutrition, why he's getting a blood test to see exactly what he's deficient in and what causes him issues, right? Inflammation, which is like an athlete's worst nightmare. And then he's adjusting that and basically eating the foods that are most conducive to his success, And for a lot of my clients, they'll ask, well, hey, is this food bad? Is this food good? Whatever it may be. I mean, it depends upon you. Some people can tolerate carbohydrates differently than others. Some people can tolerate dairy different than others. The best way to do it is you go get a blood test, get a panel done, and see what you're deficient in micronutrient-wise and everything like that, and go from there. Because that way it'll be more tailored to you. Obviously, we can give general recommendations. Obviously, vegetables, fruits, eating micronutrient-dense foods for most of your diet. But when you're at this level, where Jordan's like, he's not just training to look good naked like me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be out here. But Jordan's actually doing this for performance. You know what I'm saying? So that when you're trying to train for performance, what you eat really does matter, guys. So, and then how you think also really matters, especially when you're at the top level. So, so I'll tell you this, Jordan, but just chopping it up real quick. How much more do you like Florida than Connecticut? Because we got a lot of people in here from Connecticut, bro, that are watching, saying New Britain stand up and everything like that from home.
Yeah, I love Florida, man. Britain really ain't got nothing going on.
Yeah,
it's kind of boring, but
it's a very boring town.
It's beautiful in October, with the trees and stuff like that. But it's a lot of all that's going on out there.
I would say the biggest stereotype people have is they think, oh, you're from Connecticut, you must be rich. And I just want to educate everybody in here that's not from New England or Connecticut or whatever. That's Southern Connecticut, guys, what you're thinking about. The closer you get to New York City, the nicer. But like Central Connecticut, nah, man, it's not that nice. New Britain isn't I like it. It's a good town. It's diverse, but it's not like, we have a lot of hoods and stuff like that as well. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we're, what's a nice town? Like we're not like Greenwich or something like that, where, the median income is like $250,000 a year. So, that's really what it is. So what you got, like, so how's life for you right now, Jordan? Like, how are things with you as far as like, obviously you're preparing for the next season. Is there any word on if we're going to have a season this year or a start date or anything like that? Or are you just like kind of up in the air, whatever you could disclose that is?
Yeah, based on all the reports, it seems like we'll be on time with the season, but anything could change at any time with this.
So the people can expect football in the fall.
I hope so, man. I hope
so. Your brother, how's your brother doing, bro? Obviously, guys, like we were saying earlier in the podcast, his brother was also an NFL player. He's actually instrumental to both of our developments. I credit David a lot for toughing me up. And he used to bully us, bro, but it made us a lot stronger, man. Like, obviously, you and your brother are real close.
Definitely, man. Without him, I wouldn't be, who I am today. I looked up to him. He was my father figure growing up, so I looked up to him big time, and he definitely helped me, achieve my goals and just made me a better person overall. So I owe a lot to him.
Yeah.
He right now he's into the cannabis business. He's passionate about it, and he's working on some projects in Maryland and other states as well. For him, cannabis is a medicine. Being a football player, dealing with all kind of injuries, surgeries, stuff like that, concussions. They try to feed us opioids and stuff like that. For pain tolerance, and that stuff is very addictive, very toxic, and it's really not safe. So
yeah, absolutely.
He's looking to cannabis, as an alternative to opioids, and he believes in it heavily, and for his own self, and so he's involved heavily in the business in that aspect.
And for the people that don't know, your brother got to ring, right?
Yeah, he got a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah. David Reid, guys.
He has a high school. He has 3 state championships. He has a Sugar Bowl championship with Utah Utes that just got converted into a national championship in 2008. They're the co-national champions from that year.
Mm.
And then he also has a Super Bowl ring. So he was champion every level of the game.
There you go.
From
For the
high
people
school
that
to
don't know, because
yeah.
David was a star receiver in New Britain High. New Britain High was we call New hard hitting New Britain for a reason, man. Like we used to smack everybody around. So guys, start putting your questions in the chat. You know, this is your chance to ask an NFL star some questions. Don't no stupid questions though, guys. If it's clown stuff, I'm not gonna answer it. All right. But Troy Mendez here has a question. He asks, "Did you guys know?" Oh man. A. Hernandez growing up in Connecticut. Jordan played on the same team in Florida. I'll go into this real quick and then I'll pass it to Jordan. Aaron Hernandez was a star player in Connecticut back in. He's a year younger than me, I think. He graduated 09. And he was out of Bristol, who was a rival of ours. And yeah, he was a star tight end back then, from what I recall. I mean, Jordan, I don't know if you want to talk about that a bit, but
yeah,
R.I.P.
Hernandez was the best tight end to come out of Florida to make it to the NFL. Best tight end to come out of Connecticut. You know, taught me everything I knew about tight end. I got to watch him my freshman year, and I learned everything about tight end watching him, and I replicated his style. So, you know, I learned a lot from him.
Yeah, rest in peace, man. I mean, regardless of how you guys feel, you know, a man lost his life. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of you guys, you know, Aaron did a lot of good things for the state of Connecticut, you know, charities, all that other stuff. So, you know, we're not going to speak negatively on a man that's not around anymore, you know, despite how you guys might feel about it. But cool. Somebody asked, I need the shirt, by the way. Yeah, guys, this is from Alpha Villains. You know, you know, I'm the space she needed. You know, he sends me some pretty cool stuff. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, shout out. I got the link in the description if you guys want to support. Use my code unplugged. But yeah, guys, if you guys have got any questions, ask them now, man. Here, let me go through here because I know people asked some questions here. All right. And beyond, yeah, we got and beyond the map. People represent, people happy. Yo, Ronald Job says, as Kevin Samuel says, we build the plane as we fly. Yeah, man, we're winging it, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had some technical difficulties in the beginning, but we're good now. Right here, Reid was my favorite Redskins player, best male version. Oh yeah, absolutely. Here's another one. Donnie Hayes, I've been a Washington Redskins fan for life. Thank you, Jordan Reid, for the amazing seasons you gave us.
Appreciate it, man.
Christian Gonzalez, congrats to making it to the top of your game. Oh yeah, he's gonna, because Jordan, you're only what? You're younger than me. You're 29, right?
No, I just turned 30.
Oh yeah, you just did. Yeah, July. Yeah. Actually, yeah, I remember the July 3rd, man. All right, yeah. You old too now then.
I ain't know. Man. I'm a young man.
Yeah. John and Vargas, hard hitting New Britain on the map. Let's go. Yeah, man. The 860's in the house, man. My boy Robert Mack, flow pods are dope. He knows about that. This sounds like what I need to do in my personal life to attain better results. Yeah, guys, that's why I wanted to emphasize that. Like, Jordan really invests a lot into his health, right, to keep his body performing, and then on his mental, on his mental toughness and focus. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're competing at that high of a level, like, every percentage really matters. You know what I'm saying? So that's literally critical, man. Your mind state is half the game. So, yeah. All right. So let's see here. Okay, they're coming in. All right. This guy, Gabriel Avila. I don't know if we're going to answer that one, bro. He said, has any NFL teams reached out to Jordan? Yeah, we're not going to answer. I don't know. Yeah, we're not going to answer that. But all I'm going to say is he's a very good player. So probably. Let's see here. How many years have you went out without the level of recovery and prep? I think what he's trying to say is, how many levels have you went out? I think he's asking you, like, how long have you been doing this routine where you're constantly improving your mental and physical improvement? Christian, if we didn't get it right,
doing it as I got it.
No, go ahead.
I started picking up more with it later on in my career. After I got the toe surgeries, I started going deeper into the, at night recovery with Dan, and then recently I just started getting into the mental aspect of it. because I realized that was a weakness for me.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Here we got a question. Oh, wow. This is a good one, actually. When you're at this stage and have accomplished so much, what motivates you every morning? What is the inner dialogue when you're not motivated? This is a good one.
Um, you never reach, you always got goals. No matter, once you accomplish one goal, you always have another one. So I always set goals for myself. Uh, and no one's ever a finished product. So I'm always constantly working on myself, just to be a better person. Whatever I'm doing at the time, I want to be the best at it. So, waking up in the morning, I'm doing something I love to do, and I want to be the best at it. So that gives me all the motivation I need. You just have to have something that you love to do, and just understand that it's never a finished product, and you could always continue to get better.
Boom. There you go. Great answer. Dry XX, best way to bulk up. I'm assuming he wants to ask you that, Jordan, from a football perspective. When you were at Florida in
Yeah.
high school, how you bulked up to get big. Because I mean, obviously, me and you are the same. I'm 6'3". Have you grown since I last saw you? You're a little taller than me now.
I don't know. I'm probably same height.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe
yeah,
6'3", 6'4".
and how much do you weigh, Jordan?
235, 240.
Yeah, so you got like 30, 40 pounds on me. I'm only like 205. So how did you bulk up, Jordan? Getting older, because obviously you were
I
thinner
was just
before.
always big though.
Yeah.
I was always big though. I was always like 220 at least.
Mhm.
Once I got to a certain age, but yeah, just just your diet, mainly, just your diet, and then just constantly staying in the gyms. Continue to work. That's about it. That's all I can say.
Are you still
Stay
doing
in the
that
gym.
upper body lower body split that me and you were talking about before? A couple
Yeah,
years ago?
what's that?
Yeah,
What
like
do you
remember
mean?
how we talked a couple years ago about like your lifting routine? You would basically do upper body, lower body, then like off, and you do like drills and stuff
Oh
like that. Are you
yeah,
still doing that,
yep,
or what
same
do you do
thing.
for weight?
Yeah,
Same thing?
same,
Okay.
same, same thing. Yep,
Okay.
same thing.
Awesome. Yeah, man. Guys, you don't have to like, be too fancy with this stuff. You can make great gains off basic compound movements over time and just get stronger and stronger. Okay, here we go. John Dashington Vargas asks, is Reid still in contact with Nesta Barber?
Yeah, yep,
That's a
yep.
new Britain question right there.
He's a good barber,
Yeah.
for real. Good dude too.
Shout out to Ness. Carlos Rosado, I'm an Eagles fan, but always respected your game. Pray you stay healthy, King. Oh yeah, bro. He's definitely he's doing good, man. Jordan's. I mean, bro,
Thanks a
you're the
lot, bro.
healthiest right now
Appreciate that.
than you ever been probably. Right now, you're healthy.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
Jordan's.
I'm 100% healthy.
Yeah, man.
I
He's the
appreciate
healthiest
that though,
now.
bro.
Yeah, and this, obviously this, with this beer bug stuff, you've had extra time to like really come sharp, man. So you're primed. Jordan is such a humble guy. Much respect, King. Yo, I could tell you guys from personal experience, he's always been like this, man. I've known this guy since like 2001. Like he's always been like this, man. So yeah, it's not like
I
some faking it
appreciate
for
it,
the
man.
funk on the camera. So he's always been like that. How to deal with failure in your dream when you put your all into it, feeling depressed?
That's a good question, bro. I would say just understand that there's always going to be adversity. Failure is a mindset. So if you feel like you failed, then you did fail. But if you understand that there's always going to be adversity, and it's a long road to anything that's worth it. You just stay on your course and you get through the adversity. You keep pressing, and you understand that you could get through anything at any moment. You just got to keep grinding, and it's all in your mind. You just gotta stay on the path. Don't let small adversities or even big ones knock you completely off course. It might knock you off for a little bit, but you always just get back on path and just keep grinding.
Boom. There you go from an NFL player. And I want to add to that a little bit, guys, because when your stuff cut out there, Jordan, in the beginning, I was explaining to them how me and you, we used to play against David, Jaron, and all his friends, right, at basketball. And we would always lose. And we would get mad. We would take the L, and they'd be, but it motivated us to get better. And, we didn't take it with a failure mindset. We were like, yo, we're just going to keep playing. We're going to get better. We were out at the basketball court for like 6-7 hours a day playing in the heat, getting better. Even though David and them used to still roast us, we took that L and used it to propel us, to be more motivated. And then we'd play other people in pickup, and we would destroy them, So there was two ways we could have internalized it. We could have taken those L's and been like, all right, we quit. We're not going to play no more. Or do what me and you did. We show up at 6 a.m, play, come back at 5 p.m., then run scrimmages, right? Run pickup basketball all day. And then we'd play David and them again. We get a little bit closer. We'll still lose, but we would bring the gap a little bit closer. So,
eventually we beat them though, man.
Yeah.
Eventually we stop losing. You got to put that in there.
Yeah, man.
Eventually
I didn't want to say all that, but yeah, we did win one. I think we won one.
Once I turned a certain age, enough was enough. I started being the one that was winning.
Yeah, man. So it's 100% what Jordan said. Being a failure is a mindset, guys. So and that's why I'll give your brother so much props, David, because he made both of us stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like that motivation. Like this is why men need to get bullied. They need that masculine development. You know what I mean? From other males. So it's great for their internalization. I don't know. Your camera just cut out there, Jordan, for a second. I can still hear you though. No, it's all good. Okay, another question. What did Jordan do with his first NFL check if he doesn't mind answering? Oh, that's my brother. Yo, you don't got to answer that, Jordan, if you don't want to, bro.
I realized taxes was real and they took half of my shit. That shit hurt. So all the plans that I had for it, didn't materialize. So I had to, I just, got a townhouse, furnished my place, made it comfortable for myself because I knew, I needed a comfortable place to go to after work, man. So that's the first thing I did with it.
Boom. There you go. And that's my little brother asking too, Riyadh.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Remember, my guy. I hope all is well with you and the family. I hope you linked up with Russell. I don't know what he means by that, but I'm sure you probably know.
I appreciate it, bro.
Thanks okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Spinoza, there you go. Thanks, brother. Amazing advice. See, bro, you touching people all over the place, man. Pause. A lost art. Appreciate the outlook from both of you guys. That's a completely different way to look at it that I didn't have. Yeah, no worries, bro. You just can't internalize the loser mindset, man. Adversity. The difference is this, man. Men are made, bro. So you gotta you gotta deal with some adversity to become the man that you want to be. Jordan didn't just make it to the NFL from I can throw really hard. Like that took a lot of, you guys didn't even know, like he was a star baseball player first. And then he was able to take that skill and apply it in another endeavor. But that took grinding regardless. You know what I'm saying? So, and then the losses we took playing pickup basketball against his brother and his friends, right? Kicking the ball and being mad and storming out the court, this all motivated us to become better. So yeah, here we go. Ernesto Vargas, David don't play fair. So Ernesto Vargas saying that. Nah, David plays pretty fair, bro. We just had to take the L's, man. But I guess so. We'll start coming to a close here, Jordan. So where can the people reach you on your social media, or I don't know if you have a website or anything you might any products you might sell or anything like that. Where could the people find Jordan Reid, man, for the fans out there that love you?
You guys can reach out on Instagram, man. That's pretty much the only one that I pay attention to sometimes. So you definitely can reach me there. I reply back to the DMs, and
a blue checkmark athlete replying back to the DMs, man. That's rare.
Yeah. So holler at me there.
Yeah. That's the social media. With that said, guys, we're going to conclude this podcast. Jordan, thank you for coming on, man. This was
appreciate you,
good.
Bro. Thanks for having me.
Nah, bro, this was great, man. New Britain stand up, New London stand up. I knew everyone was gonna enjoy this one. So you know what I'm saying? This is a rare opportunity to get a chance to speak with a NFL star. You know what I'm saying? Jordan ain't no scrub, guys. I mean, he's my friend, so I'm biased, but still.
Appreciate it.
So yeah, no, he obviously is still a star, Pro Bowl, all that. So, all right, guys, we're tuning out. Catch the rewind if you missed it. And we got one more question. Damn, this guy just made it. How did you navigate the elevated popularity from high school to college to the pros, seeing how many players get caught up? That's actually a good question, bro. How'd you avoid those distractions, Jordan? This is the last question, guys. Just real good.
I always knew there were distractions. I always knew that, who I was. I wasn't, I came from humble beginnings, so I knew I wasn't, better than anyone. I knew what got me there, and that was going to keep on helping me, elevate. So just to stay down and just keep grinding and not let it get to my head, because I did see other athletes acting like that.
Yeah. And for the guys that don't know, like, Jordan isn't a party or any of this stuff, man. This dude really be like, he's he really be grinding, man. Like, you know, no drugs. Like, he's obviously, you guys see how much he invests into his body, into his mindset, everything, you know, and that's what it takes to be the best, man. So that's the reality. You know, some other players like to party and all that other stuff when they get into the league, you know, whether it's the NBA, NFL, whatever it may be. But yeah, Jordan was never like that. Even from childhood, man, we were like the only ones like not doing, you know, dumb things like going out there and smoking weed. We used to play sports. We never really, you know, people always ask me, "You've never smoked weed before?" And I was like, "Nah, man. Like, I never have," because like I was always surrounded by good people like Jordan, and we would just, you know, we would play basketball, we play some baseball, play a little bit of video games, and you know, we had a good childhood, like where we weren't doing dumb stuff because sports kept us from that. So find a distraction, guys, that's positive. You know what I mean? When you want to, when things like try to get you looped in like that, you know, I always say idle hands do the devil's work, man. So yeah, man. Anyway, with that said, guys, we're going to end the broadcast. Jordan's a busy man. He's got to recover. He gave us an hour of his time. You know what I mean? So you guys take it easy. This was a legendary one. Jordan, thank you for coming on, bro. His Instagram is, what is it? JReid86, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm going to put it in the chat for everybody in there so they could follow you. And yeah, man, hit him on Instagram, guys. Peace. All right.
Peace.
Peace, guys.